What's up, Molten Gamers? Today we are looking at my hard drive in Minecraft. Yep, it has been done. Actually, it's been done before, but I just made my own version of one. How this works, I'm gonna make some space because that sword is bothering me. So we can store up to 255 because we have our 8-bit binary system. Oh gosh, this is lagging. It is a very big system, which explains the lag. I have my little warning system if I ever decide to put up a download. Maybe actually I'll put up a download if this video hits 100 views. I will put up a download on Planet Minecraft, and I'll put a link in the description. That way you guys can download this map. I'll be constantly updating it, adding more bytes. I'll probably go up to like 4 or 5 bytes. But how this works is, I can press these buttons, it doesn't do anything, right? However, if we want to read or write to byte 1 or byte 2, we just flip the lever. So we're going to read/write to byte 1. You just heard some pistons going. Not that big of a fan of pistons because of how slow they are. However, I don't really have much of a choice in this case because there are a lot of things I was doing that it would have taken a lot more redstone to do if I hadn't used pistons. So we have our display over here, which displays, that's what it's reading to or whatever. Let's pick a random number, 17. How do we do 17? That's just a 16 and a 1, right? So it has these two highlighted. I do not have a decoder because, honestly, that would probably be harder than it was to make this entire hard drive. So we're still going to display it in binary. And now we want to stop reading and writing from that. So we're going to turn off the byte. Boom. It stopped. Now it was 16 and 1, right? So let's press them again. And then let's press some other buttons just randomly. Just a few of them. And then we go back. We turn on the byte again. And as you can see, it did not read or write to that byte or whatever when I was pressing those buttons randomly. It's still 17. So now let's open up byte 2. Okay, and let's pick another number, 33. Okay, that's still a combination too, 37. So it's a 32, a 4, and a 1. Oh, what? I didn't mean to press 2. I just want a 4. Okay, sir? Okay. So we have that all good. So that right there is 37, I believe. And now if you turn off this byte, it'll all go away. However, now we can bring back up byte 1, which is still says the 16 right here, and 1. And we can close that up, open up byte 2, and we still have our 37 stored in there. So this is able to fully store, read, and write everything with 2 bytes. Has a control room, so it's user-friendly. It's pretty great system. And adding on more bytes, it'll actually take a while, but I literally have to copy what's there. If I could use like a wand thing or something or another, I might actually get one of those. It would basically allow me to just copy the system up. And I'm going to do a basic explanation. I want to keep this video under 7 minutes. But it stores it in a T flip-flop mechanism, which this is byte 2. Whenever this wool is up, then that means that it's going to be powered. So that's how the data is stored. I mean, on is 1, off is a 0. And then down here we have the same thing. We have our number stored. Now let's go back over here, and here's which byte we're going to use. I mean, there's obviously this which just sends this signal up here. And then we pick which byte we're going to use by sending this signal that goes over here, first off to this piston, which will make it so when I send the signal, it'll connect this, so it'll write it to this little bit right here. And then it also connects to another one over here that makes it so it's reading it. So it turns on the reading and writing function. And then we have this one for byte 1, which does the same thing, it connects it. So I'm going to go back in there and show you what it looks like after I've connected it. Come on. Sorry about the lag, I can only run this so well. So we're gonna turn on byte 1. So as you can see, byte 1 here, since it's connected, then this is going through. And same thing with the reading function. If I were to send this signal with the button or whatever, it would go through here, and then it would turn on or off the T flip-flop mechanism. It would toggle it. And then obviously this read display is not actually useful as much of a display. I mean, if I were going to make a real display, I'd have a decoder and everything, and it would display it in decimal form. Right now, it's basically just to tell you whether that's on or off. Because if you just had this button here, you wouldn't know whether it's on or off unless you went up into the mechanism and checked it. So I created a read function here to tell you what it is. And then to read it off, it's pretty simple. It literally just goes through... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You can see this wire here is on. That's only because this thing goes back up here. Since this is a repeater, it will not go back through, so we don't have to worry about anything being messed up by that. And then this signal, basically, from the top or bottom, these both connect right here. They merge into one wire. And then it just goes all the way around, and down to this thing right here. So, pretty cool, nice hard drive. This right here is ignore that thingy over there, that's something else I was working on. This right here is the entire hard drive. So, that's pretty cool. I was able to fit the entire hard drive just there. This is only like 4 chunks or something like that. An entire 2-byte hard drive. I'm going to make it a much bigger one. I'll just stack it up a bunch. But one of my many fundamental parts of my computer, as you can see, I have my decoders, my memory, which is what I just showed you, and I'll do a quick glimpse of my ALU that I'm working on. So here it is. Currently I only have input A made. This right here is the adder function, which, as you can see, this black is input B, so there is no input B currently, which is why I'm not making a video on it. And then there's the read, and then over here is the write, and pretty simple, much simpler than my hard drive at least. And that's gonna wrap it up for this video. And as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.